ми продовжимо наш робочий день. До слова запрошується речник адміністрації.
Let's keep on movement on the agenda. And now I would like to invite the Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Before starting telling you about the events in ATO area yesterday, I should make very important announcement. With the aim to take out attention from Syria Arab Republic, where there are numerous cases of deaths of local population from the actions of Russian armies, the government of Russia is preparing provocation of international level of Ukraine. Its goal is to discredit the management of our country and to get the proof to give a case to International Criminal Court in Hague and creation of the ground to go out from Minsk agreement. They are trying to fabricate the pseudo-proofs of so-called genocide of Ukrainian Russian-speaking population of Donbass. At the moment, they are making documented materials about the destroyal by Ukrainian militaries, about 400 buildings and 500 people, including women, children and older people in Sokilniki village in Slavyano-Serbsky district in Lugansk region. It is temporarily occupied territory next to the front line. The employees of FSB, GRU and the headquarters of the Armed Force of Russia, as well as representatives of so-called power structure of illegal band formation LNR. This propaganda is using the real facts of destructions in Sokilniki and the facts of deaths of local population who died from militia fighters and Russian soldiers at the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. Based on these facts that will be presented as results of investigation of LNR, propaganda materials are being prepared for mass media and cases into courts. To make the atmosphere of hysteria and hate even worse, they are planning to make historical parallels with the events in Hatyn during the Second World War and Yugoslavia wars in the 20th years of 20th century. At the same time, local population is psychologically treated as occupants are trying to convince them to give evidence required by Russia. And now I would like to tell you about the events in ATO areas during last 24 hours. In Lugansk direction, provocation shooting was found next to Trokh-Izbenka village, to the north from Bakhmutska road. 2 mines were launched from 82mm mortars. In Donetsk direction, there were military actions to the north of Gorlivka and at the west suburbs of Donetsk. Enemy was using just small arms and grenade launchers, and they were just making provocative shelling next to ATO forces. And one more provocation of enemy was made in Mariupol direction, in Bogdanivka village between Molnovaha and Komsomolsk. Enemy was using small arms there. During last 24 hours, due to the shelling, there are no deceased militaries, and just one military was wounded. More proofs were got of participation of Russian citizens in the range of militia fighters. Yesterday, the diversion group, up to 20 people, had an unsuccessful attempt to attack our position to the south of Popasna, but they were fighting back and they had losses. Our militaries found Russian payment card, the piece of paper paper with telephone number registered at Chukotka, and plates for flak jacket made in St. Petersburg. Yesterday, the employees of the Security Service of Ukraine detained the employee of the Ministry of Fuel and Energy of DNR. He was detained in Kharkiv region where he came on some personal business. The deputy manager of one of the state companies helped militia fighters to occupy the industrial objects in DNR. By his actions, country had losses for more than 63 million hryvnia. Yesterday in Lugansk region, security service detained because of the bribe two employees who were making money on the local enterprise. Also, Security Service of Ukraine stopped illegal commercial schemes. With help of them, the goods were brought into occupied territories. Together with State Fiscal Service, they blocked mechanism of illegal coal supply to the occupied territory of Donetsk region because before these funds were given to the financing of militia fighters. 22 wagons with 1,500,000 tons of coal were detained. These guys will be strictly punished. District Court of Kharkiv made a decision on the case with militia fighters who was preparing a railway terract when he was trying to explore two mines on the railways. He got 5 years of prison. Also, one more cache was found next to Shastia in Lugansk region. 3 anti-tank grenade launchers were found, 3 grenades of other type, and about 1,000 ammunition. On 9th of November, ATO forces finished withdrawal of mortars from contact line in Donetsk region. Today is the last day for verification of the withdrawn units of military equipment from OSCE side. At the same site, Armed Forces of Ukraine are reinforcing their units. Paratroopers yesterday finished training on preparing the rakets. Few rakets were made to destroy fire position of the conditional enemy. Also, they used self-movement artillery. Also, our police are always ready to the military actions at the front line. It was proved yesterday when they checked the military ability of the police troops in Mariupol and next to it. Notwithstanding the process of reform in the police of Ukraine, they still have drills on military actions. And police will find with the tasks that they were given to them yesterday and showed their high qualities. And rotation of Ukrainian militaries is going on in the ATO area. Yesterday from Zhytomyr, the unit of Ukrainian police came back from a strategically important object in Lugansk, helped at the local election, and help with emergency actions. Now there are new police troops in Lugansk. Also yesterday in Mariupol there was a rotation of Zaporizhia police who changed their colleagues in ATO area. That's all what I have for you today. If you have any questions or comments, I will be glad to answer them. Questions, please. Stanislav Feshenko, 1+1. Andriy, I have so many questions, but the first one is about your announcement of Russian provocation. Do you know what picture Russia wants to make for international community in Sokilniki village? It's supposed to be shelling from artillery or something like Volhyny tragedy with the help of diversion group. What will it be and when? Based on the information we also have from this district, Russian special forces are gathering all the information they can collect, and also they are working with local population to prove that Ukrainian militaries were making genocide of Ukrainian Russian speaking population of Donbass. That is the main aim. What kind of genocide do you mean? Killings, massacres, destruction of Russian speaking population. That is the main aim. So the citizens of this village should tell it, yes. They use the facts of deaths of local population during active military actions when Ukrainian army was fighting against occupants, also against Russian Federation militaries who took part in this area. What number of victims are they trying to sell? About 500 people, including women, children, and elderly persons, those who became the victims of military actions. And second question, about that military whose telephone number was found next to Popasna. He was in the uniform, this man. How did you know he was military or he wasn't military? Maybe he was a volunteer, and where is his body now? There are definite signs that it was diversion group. There were militia fighters and Russian militaries, because usually in this group there are members of main intelligence service of Russian Federation or FSB. As they're doing these trips regularly, and they involved checked people into the streets because they're very important, and these people have the skills of diversion operations. So these are people with special preparation. Miners of Donbass don't have it. As far as I understand, he had no uniform on him, right? Any documents? When they're going to diversion trips, as usual, they give the documents and awards back to their unit because not to be identified in case of hostage. So they just had camouflage uniform. They didn't have any signs of distinction, but they were making true attack actions, and as their coming back also was organized in a good way. They didn't leave any people on the field of battles. It's also one of the signs. Professional diversion group was working there. And how did you take this one if they didn't leave any wounded people? Not always they do what they wanted. I'm not ready to answer you where is the body. I have no this information. Did you check the telephone number and the date of credit cards? Maybe you called his parents already. At the moment, Ukrainian counterintelligence services dealing with this issue. They have all the materials, and most probably they found the owner of this credit card already. There is a name of the owner on the card. If you saw the photo of this card, you could see whose name. And most probably we have data about this person already. Thank you very much. It was the day before yesterday, next to Popasna, right? Yes, there were 2 attacks there. The first attack, after that we responded them, and then they started going from other side, but our guys met them on that side also because there were diseased and wounded people from their side. Thank you very much, Mr. Colonel. Any other comments or questions? If there are no any, thank you very much, Andriy. Let's finish our press briefing, and the next press briefing will be at 2 p.m.